my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Scap Attack makes a fool out of himself. He gets embarrassed. He gets cooked into charred meat, folks. I've never seen nothing like this, folks. And you can go check this out on, I think it's Rated R Sports Debates. Rated R Sports Debates. And what's so funny about this one is, you know, Scap posted this on his channel that he will be on his channel and that he will be debating this guy. I think the guy's name is Mookie, right? If I'm mistaken. And you know how Scap, he likes to come with these stats. And I can tell you what, these boys were ready for his ass. They cooked him up. I'm talking about, I thought Scap, he should have just pulled out like 15 minutes into it, man. This guy flip-flopped and flopped and flipped like a fish out of water. I mean, they tore his butt up. I never seen nothing like this, folks. And this and what they were debating was, you know, the Joker thing. I don't know if he's from, you know, where Joker lives, or he's got, you know, bloodlines to over there to the Slavic people or something like that, but he is hooked on this Joker like I've never seen before. I mean, they just burned him. He came with all these numbers and they just clapped back at him. And the thing about Scap Attack is he really don't, when you lay out your argument and you prove him wrong, he won't even try to address it. Really, he just come with a whole different argument. He don't like to really, for the most part, address what you're saying. If he do address what you just said, he'll try to like sidetrack it and bring up stuff that don't have nothing to do with what you just said. The part about Scap Attack which embarrasses him the most in the debate is what, folks, is that he talks over people. He something's wrong with him, folks. He's not a good debater. He needs to stop with the debates because he don't give people their chance to speak in the first place. And this is what he does. He'll have his chance to speak or whatever like that. He'll get to talking, and before he even starts talking about his points, he'll start talking about some off-the-wall stuff that don't even have nothing to do with his points, right? So why he does that? So he'll get a longer, you know, time to talk on his time. So he'll start talking about a whole bunch of stuff that don't have nothing to do with his point that he's going to make, you know, just an extended version. And then, you know, when he gets done putting us to sleep with that, it's like, get to the point, get to what you're saying, man. Get into what you're going to talk about, like 5-10 minutes later. And then he gets into what he's talking about. And then you're like, okay, well, we'll get to the point of what you're talking about. And then when he gets to the point of what he's talking about, he extends that ish some more. And then he keeps talking, and then he keeps talking, and then he keeps talking. And if you try to cut him off, well, here, let me talk. You guys got to let me talk. So they let him talk. And I've seen this on, you know, he debate other people and stuff like that, or when he's on a panel or something like that. So they'll let him talk. And then when it's their turn to talk, he's still talking. And you got to shut this dude up. So it's your turn to talk now. And as you spit the first sentence, this dude starts interrupting you. Whoa, what about this? And what? Dude, I haven't even got to what I'm talking about. How can you interrupt somebody and you ain't even, the dude ain't even got the point, got to explain what they have to say. And this is Scap, man. This guy is rude. He's not a good debater. And that's what I'm saying. He embarrassed himself by that. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't know how to take his turn respectfully and then let other guys talk. He won't let nobody finish, folks. I mean, something is wrong with the guy. And then when it's somebody, say if you're on a panel of 3, 4, whatever, more than one or more than two, the next person that's about to talk, he'll just jump in and start talking. Hey, wait, can I say this real quick? And he'll go on rambling for about 10 minutes. And this dude, something is wrong with him. He's like so into himself that he thinks he's the most knowledgeable dude in sports. Which, look, I'll give him his credit. His channel is on point. A lot of people like his channel. I like this channel. You know, I said at one point, hell, he should have 100,000 subs by now. No doubt about that. He does good work, but you cannot act like you can't never be wrong. And then once you contradict yourself, or you find yourself in the lie, then you want to, you know, say, well, this is that and this. You just got beat, dude. You just was wrong. And this dude don't want to, you know, he don't want to say he was wrong. So I'm gonna leave the link to what was it, Rated R Sports Debate, where he's on that channel, and he's getting mopped. He's getting mopped on the floor. He really don't think he is. Them dudes were killing him. What he likes to use, he likes to use these numbers, he likes to use these stats, and then he like to compare other players who weren't this and weren't that. But when they get caught, you know, and they compare somebody else with the same thing, and he get caught up in his own web of lies. I mean, look, man, the thing about Joker, he can't win all the MVPs. And the reason why Scap wants him to win 4 MVPs is because of LeBron James. We all know that. You know, LeBron James doesn't deserve 4 MVPs. If we take it like for what it is, Scap hasn't had that much help, won one championship or whatever like that. And look, most people, we don't count LeBron's championships as anything valuable to stand up with the all-time greats, because they wasn't running around building super teams. And when that super team fell, you run around build another super team. That super team fell, you run around build another super team. So we know all that. But the thing is, this isn't the year for Joker to win an MVP. It goes to SGA. Straight up. We all know when we look at Joker, He's not a point guard. He just wants the ball in his hands at all times so he can get these fake assists. We all know in this era that the assists are fraudulent. They're fake. I done said this before. What would impress me more if he got one block, which is nothing, one block a game, he could average me, at least 12 rebounds, and then he could put up, 30 points, 32 points. That would be more impressive to me for a center. Not a dude out there trying to act like he's this, this point guard that he's really not. We all know that's fraudulent. That's fraudulent. The assists are fraud. We don't see him. He's putting up all these assists, but where do you see this? Him running the offense and being a point guard, a floor general, like we've seen from the guys in the past, like Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Chris Paul, Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, John Stockton, and the list just goes on and on. Mark Jackson, real point guards, man. This whole, assist thing with him is fraudulent, man. Nobody don't want to hear nothing about it, man. You're getting all these assists against no resistant, ain't no real center guarding you. You ain't playing no real center or rebounding against no real center or no real power forward or nobody in the middle. You're just getting these fake, rebounds. So that's what I'm saying. If the guy, to me, it would be more impressive. Put up 32 points, grab about 12 to 15 boards, and get one block. Yes, you could have assists. Give me like 5-6 assists. Okay, that would be more impressive than having them other guys doing their thing and stuff like that. I mean, no, he no way. If Joker was doing what SGA did and was in the spot that SGA was in, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, Joker could get it. And I told you guys, okay, if Joker could cut that lead to 5 games, okay. But Joker done gave up, man. He gave up when he went out and he was nursing that elbow. And I'm not going to say his elbow wasn't hurting, because I remember he got hurt in that OKC. I think it was the first back-to-back, if I'm not mistaken. And, he didn't go out the next day. But what I'm trying to say is he knows his MVP hopes are gone. That's why he said, well, I'm not going to sit here and keep my elbow messed up. And I'm not going to be in first place. I'm not going to get the MVP. So I might as well just sit this out and try to get better. He knows his MVP hopes are gone. I don't know why Scap is still coming with this. I mean, the numbers, the metrics, all these numbers are fraudulent. They're fraudulent. They're not playing no good, great teams or nothing like that. I'm not trying to say SGA is, but his guys go down and he's still performing at a high level, him and his team, and things like that. Even when he sits out, his team is performing at a high level and stuff like that. So I don't know about this guy. Like I said, he got a great channel. I ain't trying to say he don't make great content, but as far as a debater, no, man, this guy, he need to stop the debate stuff, because he's not good at it. That even the guys on there, they were courteous enough to get cut off every time it was their turn. Every single time they said a sentence, they were cut off by Scap. Cut off by Scap. And then after they cut him off, he said, let me make my point. What are you talking about? It's their turn to talk and prove their point. And as little as they got to talk, they still was cooking and roasting this guy. I'm like, I mean, he lost the MVP this year. I mean, what else do you want? He's going to have to come in. Who cares about the MVP? Put the chip on your shoulder, like Michael Jordan did, like Kobe Bryant did, like past players of the past did. Put the chip on your shoulder and go win a championship instead, because championships, at this point, you got 3 MVPs, so championships mean way more than MVPs. That's what Magic, he only got 3. He got 5 championships. Okay, Kobe's got 5 championships, and he only got 1 MVP. We talking about Tim Duncan, only 3 MVPs, and he's got 5 championships. Larry Bird, 3 MVPs. Maybe he could have had more. He's got 3 championships. So, I mean, Wilt could have had way more championships. So he got, he's only got 2 championships and 4 MVPs. So championships are more important right now as a rank, as a player. You know what I'm saying? We know LeBron's a champion. I mean, his MVPs and his championships are fraudulent. So I don't think he should be worrying about that. He wants to get him up in the upper echelon to, with those other guys, as far as MVPs, Michael Jordan and Bill Russell and who else? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Wilt Chamberlain. Who else had 4? I think that's the only guys I know that have 4 MVPs, if I'm not mistaken. But he wants to get them in that class. Joker ain't in that class, man. Joker is not in that class with them. If we be truthful, he's not even in the class with a lot of these centers, man. He's not better than Shaq. Shaq would destroy this guy. He's not better than Shaq. He's not better than Hakeem. He's not better than Kareem. He's not better than Wilt. To me, when we talk about a team player and rallying the troops, is Joker really doing that? We're talking about how he carries the team to what, 1 championship? I mean, yeah, Russell had a lot of help, but to me, the overall picture, Russell was better. I got Russell in my top 5. What I had I had Russell 4, right over Magic, and right under Kareem and Wilt Chamberlain and Michael Jordan. But no, who I say, Hakeem, he's not better than Hakeem. I would like to see him go against some defensive centers like, Alonzo Mourning, Dikembe Mutombo, some guys like that, man. It's just, I can't, man. He's just not better than a lot of centers I don't think he's better than Patrick Ewing. I just don't think he's better than Patrick Ewing. I just don't. Um, and it's probably way more out there that I forgot. Maybe Moses Malone would give him that work too. So, I mean, I'm not. There's no way I can see him. None of these players that play in the 2020s, it's a joke. They ain't got no competition, man. And I just can't do it. And I told you the reason why Curry slid up in the top 10 is because LeBron's out of there. But none of these dudes in the top 20, I mean, in the 2020s, they will never be in that top 10, man. There's no, they can't, man. They're not playing no competition. They're allowed to openly carry and travel and load management. They don't have no rivalries. It's not competitive. They don't play no defense. They don't play positional basketball. Ain't no damn way I'm about to put these guys, none of these guys from the 2020s, up in the top 10. Never. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And it's not going to happen. So this guy need to concentrate more on winning this championship. And that's another thing people forget to say. And I'm not forgetting this. I don't feel sorry for when Scap says, oh, all he needs is a fringe all-star or an all-star or something like that, and he can do this, he can win a whole bunch of championships. Well, first of all, he won a championship without an all-star, and they had this dude, after he won that championship, had him dominating the league, had him doing a back-to-back. What happened to that? I mean, second of all, everybody knows about this team has been depleted pretty much the last 3 years, and this even goes back to the bubble, when Murray was hurt and stuff like that. But Porter Jr. and we got Jamal Murray and we got Gordon. These guys can't even stay on the floor, guys. And he knew coming into this year why he let some of these guys sign these contracts is his team. He has no excuse to let these guys sign these contracts. Okay, he should have said, no, one of these guys got to go. Not all you guys sign these contracts. You got to go. I'm trying to get me forget an all-star player. I want a Hall of Fame teammate like the rest of these guys. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant's going to Booker. LeBron is getting AD. Now he's got Luka. Greek Freak has Lame Time. You see what the Boston Celtics had. You see what Minnesota had before Karl Anthony Towns left, and things like that. Man, this guy don't want another great player on his team because you know why? Another great player is going to demand what? Well, he wants to score some more. He wants to score points, or depending on what position he plays, he's going to want rebounds or assists depending on what position he plays. Okay, so. Look, Joker is trying to take this on himself. I mean, Michael Jordan wasn't dumb. He was, after they lost in, 95 to the Magic, he was like, oh, we ain't winning nothing. We need a rebounder. We need a key player. Okay, I don't need somebody, going to score a whole bunch of points or facilitate or nothing like that, but we need a positional guy. And that's how basketball was played back in the day, folks. If you was missing a key positional guy, you wasn't winning. You just wasn't winning, folks. Okay, look, when Orlando got Horace Grant, what happened? They went to the finals, man. They went to the finals. It's a positional game. That's what they used to play. If you didn't have key players at certain positions, and high level players at certain positions, you was done. Where do you think LeBron James would be? Even though he ain't really won a lot of championships, LeBron James would have never, to me, went to the playoffs in LA if he would never got Anthony Davis. If he would not got Anthony Davis, he would never went to the playoffs. Nope, damn sure would not won a championship even in the bubble if he didn't have Anthony Davis. So you got to have key players, folks. I mean, yes. Joker did win a championship playing nobody, right? The teams he played when he went to the championship, if I'm not mistaken, they didn't even win 50 games. And then he played the Heat? Come on, man. That's we look at a lot of other people's championships and we like, oh, look what LeBron James played in the bubble. He played the Heat, the same Heat team. So, I mean, what are we talking about, man? We can say that championship is fraudulent too. I mean, it wasn't no better, really. He really didn't play no great competition. Who did he play? Who did he play? Oh, the Lakers? Ain't about nothing, man. We already know about the Lakers. LeBron James is going to destroy the Lakers. So, and we all know, without that bubble, LeBron James basically needs a super team just to win a championship. But, yeah, you can chop this up to Joker wanting to play with these guys. He let these guys sign the contract. Why? Busted up and hurt and always on the bench, missing games and stuff like that. Why did he let those guys sign those contracts? Because those are his buddies. Those are his buddies. That's why he let those guys sign those contracts. He let some key guys go from those championship teams. It was key guys that, I'm not going to say he let them go, but hell, you let these other guys sign these big contracts, but these were key guys that, made the wheel go around. When they left, it wasn't the same the next year. It wasn't the same defensively when these guys left. So Gordon, Porter Jr., and Murray, those are his buddies. That's why he let them sign them contracts. I'm okay with it. But you got to live with it that it's not that they're not good, it's that they're always hurt. And you can see Jamal Murray, while he struggles a lot in these playoff games, yeah, he can hit clutch shots, but he struggles because he's always hurt. These guys ain't full 100% or 90% or 80%. They're all beat up. So this is what Scap he's gonna have to live with. That Joker, don't tell this thing that he's trying to push that it's the organization. This is crap, bro. This is crap. Because all the star players today are going out and say, I want to play with this player. I want to play with a star player. Joker didn't do that. So this is on Joker. This ain't on the organization. This is on the star player. This is on the best player of the 2020s. Which ain't saying much, but he is. He's the best player in the 2020s, right? According to the stats he put up, his MVPs, he's got 1 championship. So he's the best player of the 2020s. So you better watch out, because if Curry wins another championship, we might say Curry is the best player of the 2020s. I'm just saying. Don't let Curry win another championship this year. Or, I mean, what if LeBron James wins another championship in the 2020s? He's got more than Joker. And look, if Joker don't win a championship, say if the Lakers win it. Say if Golden State wins it, for example. Or a team that has a super team. I do not want to hear from Scap about what somebody else has when Joker let those guys sign those contracts. To me, he should have got Red Porter Jr. That dude bricked it up left and right in the playoffs last year. That dude was a brick fest. You got to go. There's no way you're signing a contract, buddy. You got to go. We're going to make room for somebody, but you got to go. And Aaron Gordon, he was borderline, man. This guy, he don't play above the rim, man. Yeah, he shoot good from 3 this year, which is an anomaly or whatever like that. But this guy, which I don't even know if he really has it like that. We saw him play a good game the other day against Golden State without Joker. But athletically, he should be a better defensive player. He should be able to guard the rim better, because you ain't gonna get no defense from Joker. It's a joke, man. That's why I said dude should be averaging at least a block a game. But guess what? He all these dudes save their energy for what? For stats. That's all they save their energy for. Never made defensive team. Nothing. This is why he'll never be an all-time great center, top 5. Oof, couldn't even make a defensive team in this week. All you have to do is act like you're playing defense in this era. I mean, Rudy Gobert made all these defensive teams. Wow. I don't know what to say, but you guys got to check out that channel. I never heard of it, but I think it's a pretty good channel. I'm not trying to say I never heard of it because it's a bad channel. Nothing like that. But I think it's probably bigger than my channel. But when I seen him over there, I was just like, man, I can't wait, because they was cooking this dude, man. And like I said, he just straight embarrasses himself because he don't give nobody the floor. They give him the floor. And then when he gets on talking for like 20 minutes, man, it's like, dude, get to your point. And then he gets to his point, and then he talks some more, and then people basically have to interfere, shut him up, and just for you to be able to talk. It's like, next. Like, there's no next with this guy. And then when you get to talk, you say one sentence, he's right all in your ass, like, hold on, dude, I ain't even got to talk. And he does this all damn show, man. I don't know what's wrong with that guy, but he's one of the worst debaters I've ever seen, man. I don't care what numbers he's got, what kind of historic knowledge he says about what. He's one of the worst debaters I've ever seen, man. He's not considerate, man. He's so into himself. So I thought that was special. I would make this video, and the MVP race is over for Joker, in my opinion. And like I said, get back to winning the championship, and you could show him, hey, I lost it, but they could show him that last year, right? When he didn't win the MVP, let me win the championship. So what's he gonna do this year? Is he gonna rally the troops and say, come on, y'all play for me? Because we done seen that in the past with a lot of great players. Michael Jordan teams eventually start playing for him. Kobe Bryant's teams eventually start playing for him. And, just other winners and stuff like that. But, to me, this is going to be big on Joker's legacy this year. It's really going to prove what he is. And like I said, I don't care what help he has. That's the help that he let sign, seal, and deliver his fate. Those guys that he let sign those contracts. So, and how he goes down in the playoffs, because he went down pretty rough last year. So, tell me what you think.